This will be my third and final installment in my 2002 versus 2022 series. Big Ronnie King Coleman, 2002. Well, small Ronnie. Wasn't as big as he was the year before, or definitely wasn't as big as he was the year after, 2003. And then we got Hadi Choopan, 2022. What is this all about, or about, as you Yankees say? This is the 2002 lineup, and I got a lot of pictures, or I seen a lot of pictures, a lot of people posting videos, things of that nature, suggesting that the 2022 lineup nowhere near as good as previous Olympia top threes. So I seemingly selected a pretty good top three. Well, 2002, it was Chris Cormier, Kevin Levrone, and Ronnie King Coleman. Three great bodybuilders, but let's face it, 2002, they were not at their best. And already I did Nick Walker versus Chris Cormier. They both placed third at the Olympia. I gave that one to Nick. I did 2002 second place Kevin Levrone versus 2022 Derek Lunsford. Derek Lunsford prevailed on that one. Didn't hear a whole lot of backlash on that one, so I'm sure you guys agreed on both cases. So already, guys, 2022 is proving that they are superior. But today we are having the important one. The winners, Ronnie King Coleman versus Hadi Choopan. So let's start this one, guys. Let's start this one. And I'm not saying that Hadi's a better bodybuilder or a greater bodybuilder than King Coleman, but you guys have to face up to facts. 2002, Ronnie's arms were half the size. Look at that, guys. They look not scrawny. I mean, for a normal person, they're huge arms, but for Ronnie, they are minimal in size. He's got good legs. I mean, the guy's got a fantastic structure as far as the waistline, clavicle width, and then those legs are massive. But Hadi's just in better shape. He just looks better. But still, you're going to have a hard time defeating Ronnie King Coleman, even in this shape. Front lat spread is a... Look at Ronnie's face here. He looks like an Egyptian statue. Look at that. Like one of those cats. A sphinx. He looks like the Sphinx. But anyway, Hadi Choopan, he looks pretty darn good in this shot. But is he defeating Coleman? I think he's wider than Coleman, to be honest. Coleman has never been so narrow. He was like 250 pounds here, for goodness sakes. 256 or something like that. That's what he was way back in 97. So yeah, he really scaled back on the weight. Conditioning's pretty good. I don't think anybody's too dominant yet. Go to the side. These pictures are terrible of Coleman. The side pictures. Not the best whatsoever. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm going to hear some backlash if I'm giving this one to Hadi. I'm sure there will be a large group of people that will agree with me, pat me on the back, no matter what, if I give it to Coleman, even if Coleman doesn't deserve it. Not a fair look at the side chest, though. Go to the side tricep. Now, here's a weaker one for Coleman. I'll agree. I'm sure everybody will agree. Not his strongest pose. But he still looks pretty good, I have to admit. Hadi looks thicker than Coleman. Can you imagine that? Of course, like I said, lean Coleman. And he wasn't even that ripped. Midsection wasn't even that tiny for a tiny version of Coleman. So yeah, it's going to depend on the back shots, guys. So who's winning this one? This is actually a tough one, to be honest. Pie pants. Lats are maybe wider for Coleman, but I don't even want to say that. He looks very small here in 2002, and Hadi looks so wide and conditioned. Now there is, I'll be fair to Coleman, there is this one here, and he really is negative body fat percentage here. He's sucked down. Give me some of that alcohol. I don't drink alcohol, but give me try some of that alcohol. So yeah, I don't know what he did, but this is maybe the finals. Could be the pre-show. I don't know. Not exactly sure, but he looks even drier. But he looks so small. I think Hadi's beating him in the rear lat spread. Could you imagine that? And for those of you who are Colemanites and gonna throw rocks at my house, car, whatever, here's the 1999 back. And he was even smaller in 99 than he was in, say, 2003. And look at the dominance. His back is puny, guys, in 2002. He is in shape, though. I'll give him that in 2002. Go to the rear double. So you can never really be mad at Coleman. He always brought the striated glutes. Are they any more striated than Hadi Choopan's, hamstrings, things of that nature? I wouldn't suggest. Now, I might have sized this one incorrectly because Hadi looks too big, right? Well, you go to the whole body. And Coleman, he just does not have that classic lights out type size. It's not really a lights out situation. He does have maybe thicker lat insertions. Maybe. Better arms. But Hadi just looks more solid, more complete, I guess. I don't know. It's very close, guys. You can't just beat Coleman in a back shot. Go to the abs and thigh. And this is a situation where you can see Coleman has the structure. I mentioned that earlier. The size of the legs. If he had a decent set of abs here, I'd give this one to him. But the fact is, he does have those classic Ronnie Coleman-esque abs that he is somewhat known for, and it's maybe of a dubious distinction. So yeah, even the Colemanites would probably admit Hadi Choopan's world-class abs are doing enough to defeat the much superior quad man. Look at the legs on this Coleman. Even in this condition, he's awesome. Go to the most muscular. And this is it, guys. Who's winning this one? A nail biter. It is absolutely close enough, in my opinion, to suggest that yes, Hadi could in fact defeat Coleman. There's some aspects of Coleman that you're never going to defeat. The quads, the arms. Look at that. Hadi not known for longer biceps, things of that nature. Here's the pan back one. And you can really gauge, guys. Ronnie King Coleman, he has so many more capabilities, or so much more capabilities of being huge here, in which we do know the history. He did get much more massive 2003 and regained his People's Championship, so to speak, because really, he didn't win. A lot of people thought Gunther Schlierkamp, guy who placed 5th, a lot of people said that he should have won. So realistically, guys, it's close enough also to say that, yeah, Coleman could squeak out an edge. But in my opinion, I don't know. I think Hadi is doing enough. So is the 2002, or 2022 rather, the stronger lineup than 2002? Well, here's the thing, guys. And this is a situation where you really have to look at this realistically. Now, in 2022, Ronnie King Coleman, or Big Rammy rather, he lost his title. He ended up getting 5th. Now, if the politics had been there with him, he would have won for sure. He would have won. Much like Ronnie King Coleman in 2002. Now, hear me out. Maybe Coleman should have realistically placed 5th, and Gunther Schlierkamp, the guy who placed 5th, should have won. You know, if it had been nowadays, maybe that would have been the case. So, realistically, the 2002 had capabilities of having a much stronger top 3. Dexter the Blade Jackson was there. Lee Priest, my goodness, 2002 Lee Priest was in very impressive physical specimen. So yeah, at the end of the day, I do believe the guys that actually placed 1st, 2nd, and 3rd are better in 2002, or in 2022 rather. But the 2002 lineup had some capabilities of perhaps, defeating these 3 guys. But anyway, guys, that's just my opinion. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. I'm sure you guys will let me know in the comment section below. That's what it's for. Give me your opinion. Hit thumbs up, guys. Maybe we'll do another one. 2017, perhaps? 2013 versus 2022? I don't think they'd stand a chance. Subscribe, guys. Have a nice one.